The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the honourable member for Kennedy.
Mr Acting Speaker, I have a very great respect for my colleague on the crossbenches. I've always had very great respect for him, and he's one of the few people in this place that always acts out of conscience and what he believes is the right thing to do. But, you know, there is another issue here. In my book I quoted one of the best books on the Australian, typical Australian, and he describes a typical Australian as a person that sticks by his mates, even if his mates are doing the wrong thing. You don't rat on your mates. Well, I think this bloke has ratted on his mates, so I've got no sympathy for him. Now, should he have a criminal conviction against him, I would agree with the honourable member, my colleague, that there shouldn't be legal punishment and he shouldn't be convicted. But I most certainly do not approve of his conduct. Now, Chris Masters has written a book, big-noting himself once again. He wrote a book called The Moonlight State, which led to the destruction of the Queensland government, the jailing of 4 ministers. Now, every person in this House should listen to what I'm saying here. What they were jailed for, the leading case was Brian Austin. And what he had done was drive his government car up to see his children that weekend at a boarding school outside of Brisbane. That is what he spent 2 years in jail like a criminal. So thank you, Chris Masters. You did a wonderful job. There was not one single conviction for government corruption. Not one. There's this petty rubbish. It's like using your motor car to drive up and see kids. That was the leading case. That was the case that the other 4 cases followed. So, Chris Masters, what you did was put a person in jail for using his car to go up and visit his kids on the weekend. Every government car in Australia will be used for private purposes today. So he completely subverted and corrupted the process of government in Queensland and damaged it to a point where it is still damaged today. And now he's out there spitting upon our Australian soldiers who are risking their lives. They don't know whether the cause is right or wrong in Vietnam. You just join up. Indonesia, I just joined up. I didn't know all the rights and wrongs of it. Your government is going to war, so you just join up. That's what you do as an Australian. Now, Masters has spat upon those people. He has spat upon those people. And he is the person that's written a book that backs up the convictions of this gentleman we're talking about today. So I do not wish to see this gentleman put in jail or punished in any way. But I most certainly do not want to see the Parliament of Australia approving the conduct of someone that's ratted on his mates. The most un-Australian of characterisations.